Dear students of SEM 5 BBA, we are going to discuss today the concept of public relations, its definition, and the fundamentals or the four basic elements of public relations. Before we start this topic, let us discuss some ideas. We live in an age of dependence because we have to depend on so many persons and things to sustain our life. Man is a social animal and his wants are infinite, and he wants that his legitimate wants must be satisfied. So, in order to satisfy human wants, and these wants include economic, social, and spiritual, and this is something different from the previous era because individuals were largely self sufficient. They used to cook their own food, they used to build their own house, they used to make their own clothings, and they lived apart from other people. But today things have changed. Suppose you want to build a house, you need people, you need mason, you need a contractor, you need laborers. If you want to buy clothes, you have to depend on a shop, you have to depend on a certain persons to buy the clothes. So modern world or the modern society is based on the context of dependence. And when we say dependence, we in order to clarify more, we can say it is an age of interdependence. Today, few people are able to accomplish their aims without the help of others. Individuals depend upon employers for work and wages or money. We have to depend on merchants or shopkeepers or food stalls for food and clothing. We have to depend on government for utilities and protection. We have to depend on clubs for social satisfaction. We have to depend on religious institutions for spiritual guidance. So, in short, we can say we have to depend on many other persons and institutions. The dependence of people at work and in their social and spiritual lives has magnified the importance of human relationships in contemporary life. Simultaneously, leveling forces have enhanced the importance of the individual's role in society. Now we have a concept of publics, and these publics have been more essential to the success of social, religious, and political institutions. Business organizations cannot operate or conduct business in isolation. They have to depend on so many people for skill, material, material components, and markets for their products. Social welfare organizations, trade unions, business and professional association also depend upon members and the public in general for voluntary services and financial aid. Government also depends upon people for financial support, manpower, and public approval. The reliance of institutions on people is one of the significant developments of the 20th century corporate world. So, in short, the mutual dependence of people and business, government and social organizations has created the need for a new philosophy and function of management, which we call as public relations. Now, it is very difficult to define public relations in a sentence or two. Now, let us discuss some of the ideas. Most of the people do not agree exactly on what public relation is. For this reason, it is a difficult subject to approach. It is a relatively new, emerging concept for which there is no full consensus or a precise definition. So, some way, public relations has tended to become obscure. For example, as a beginner, you can take some of the examples and try to define public relation in your own way. Some people may try to equate public relations with publicity. In short, a company has to publish its news to the general public. That is a part of public relation. Then some people also equate public relations with press agency. Then there are also people who equates public relations with advertising. And when there is question of economic interest, people also relate public relations with lobbying. But we must know, when we call that public relations is related to publicity, public relation is related to press agency, public relations is related to advertising or lobbying. So they contribute something to the overall definition of public relation. But any single function cannot be termed as the full concept of public relation. So let us discuss more. What is the purpose of advertisement? What the advertisement do? Advertise is paid non-personal communication through various media of communication and by an identified individual or organization. What is lobbying? Lobbying is an attempt to influence the voting of legislators. What is press agency, agentry do? The promotion of an individual or organization through obtaining favorable publicity in the mass media. What do we understand by promotion? They include activities or events planned to secure support or endorsement of a person, product, institution, or an idea. By publicity, we mean the technique of securing public notice or the public notice itself. Then there are also related terms. They are communication. Communication, as we understand, the process of transmitting meaning between individuals. Medium of communication means an instrument by means of which message may be transmitted. Mass media are the instruments by means of which identical messages are transmitted to large number of people who are physically separated. Now, what is public? A group of people sharing a common interest. Internal publics include the people working in or constituting an integral part of the organization. External public includes those groups which are served or influenced by or which serve the organization. Public affairs means the relations of management in its role of corporate citizen. Now let us go for a tentative definition of public relation. Webster's New World Dictionary defines public relations as relations with the general public as through publicity, specifically those functions of a corporation, organization, etc., concerned with attempting to create favorable public opinion for itself. Now let us go ahead. A more specific definition which emphasizes the special responsibility is favored by public relations news. Public relations is the management function which evaluates public attitude, identifies the policies and procedures of an individual or an organization with the public interest and executes program of action to earn public understanding and acceptance. So now let us organize these ideas and frame a definition which is comprehensive for public relation. Now listen to me carefully. Public relations is a social philosophy of management expressed in policies and practices which through sensitive interpretation of events based upon two-way communication with publics strives to secure mutual understanding and goodwill. So this is the best definition of public relation in my opinion. So when in examination definition of public relation is asked, please concentrate on this definition which I just read and try to concentrate on the aspects given in this definition. Now read again. Once again I repeat. Public relations is a social philosophy of management. Now divide this definition into different parts. So what is the first part? Public relations is a social philosophy of management. Number 1. Number 2, public relations is a social public relations is a social philosophy expressed in policy decisions. Number 3, public relations is action resulting from sound policies. And number 4 is public relations is communication. So these are the fundamentals or the 4 basic principles of public relations. Now let us discuss one principle by turn. Now what is the first principle? The first principle is public relation is based on social philosophy of management. Now what is this? Let us discuss in detail. In modern world and modern corporate world, because of globalization, the base of business has expanded. But the basic concept remains the same. That is, a corporate house or a company operates in a certain socio-economic context. When we say that an organization or a company exists in a certain socio-economic concept, it has to constantly deal with the public. So it is necessary for the company or the organization to create a favorable image and goodwill in the minds of the people. Otherwise, it cannot creates own business in that particular society. So it is a mutual dependence on the part of the company as well as the people. Now, when we say that public relation is based on a social philosophy of management, it has some political connotation. Now, let us discuss in detail. The first basic element in sound public relation program is a social philosophy of management that places the interest of people first in all matters pertaining to the conduct of the organization. A company assumes that the right of an organization to operate is conferred by the public and that this privilege may be withdrawn. So, company has to maintain cordial relations with the public. An institution functions to serve the primary needs of people dependent upon it for its employment, wages, incomes, goods, services, social and spiritual satisfactions. So, in short, what we can understand that a company or an organization offers or produces some goods or services. So, what is the ultimate aim of those goods and services? So, the fundamental principle is to serve the public. So, in short, we can say public service is the foundation of the modern concept of public relations. So, such a philosophy of management is revolutionary or modern. Generally, what happens when we think about a company, we have only in minds the shareholders. So, ultimately, the benefits are reached to the shareholders, and if the company gives maximum benefits to its shareholders, we can say it is a good company. So, but now in modern times, the concept has expanded. Now, the shareholders are not the most important person. There are other persons involved in the business of the company. They are consumers, suppliers, dealers, community neighbors, and employees. So, public relations is a fundamental attitude of mind, a philosophy of management which deliberately and with enlightened mind places the broad interest of the public first in every decision affecting the operation of a business. That means a company has to keep in mind the public interest first. So, what is the importance of this? Because if the company keeps in mind the interest of the public first, the public will also cooperate in that business house in sustaining the business. Now, when we talk about public relations as a social philosophy, it has its roots in the democracy, because the democracy came very late. Abraham Lincoln said democracy means the government of the people, by the people, and for the people. And now this political philosophy, actually the definition of this democracy is a political definition: by the people, for the of the people, by the people, and for the people. Now this political philosophy has been accepted today by progressive managers of business, professional, labor, educational, and social welfare institution, who recognize that understanding and goodwill of people are essential to their existence. So previously the companies which were considered good made huge profits, and their what was most important for them? The interest of their shareholder. But nowadays, this concept has changed. In serving the interest of various groups, corporate management must maintain a fair balance of benefit to all the groups. When we say all the groups include general public, employees, suppliers, customers, neighbors, etc. A business that succeeds in satisfying the interest of its publics enjoys the understanding and goodwill of the general public, which is primarily objective of public relations. So the first principle or the first fundamentals of the public relations is that public relations is based on social philosophy of management. Now let us go for the second principle. What is the second principle? Listen to me carefully. Public relations is a social philosophy expressed in policy decisions. So, the second basic element of public relations is the expression of a social philosophy in policy decisions. Every institution has its own policies, vision statement, objectives, etc. And they define a course of action to be followed in the conduct of the entire enterprise or business. The creation of these policies, which cover a range of functions, is a primary responsibility of management. Policy decision should reflect the public interest of the organization. The public relations policy decisions of an organization are among the most important. So first we saw that public relation is a social philosophy of management, and second is public relations is a social philosophy expressed in policy and decisions. Now let me give one practical examination. You come to our college every day, right? And when you come to our college, you see two notice boards are there, and one is bigger, and on that you read about the mission and vision of this institution. So what is the mission statement and vision statement? So that shows the objectives or the attitude or the ultimate aim of the institute for what it is conducting this educational enterprise. So simply philosophy will not help you. Philosophy is there, but you must have some policy and vision and mission statements and objectives, so that the general public or the general people who come in the contact of that particular organization is aware what is the policy of this organization. So you have to keep in mind the interest of the public when you think about the policy decisions. So you have to frame a policy, and while framing the policy, you have to consult all the stakeholders, and then a specific policy is to be framed. Policy is to be conveyed to all the stakeholders. So policy is very important. Simply philosophy is not going to help you. You must have specific policy, specific mission and vision statements, and it should be publicly displayed so that the people or the stakeholders understand what is the policy of that organization. Now these policies are framed, and these policies gives you a roadmap or the plan or a course of action which you are going to use when you conduct the business. So in short, In addition to general public relations policy, corporate public relations policies are established for each corporate public, including stakeholders, the community, suppliers, distributors, dealers, educational institutions, government, consumers, and the press. The policies for relations with each of these publics describes the interest of the public which the company seeks to serve, its social responsibility and its objective. So, this is very important. So, a company has to plan its own course of action keeping in mind the policies, and policies will mold the course of action for the company. So, in short, we can say public relations is a social philosophy expressed in policy decision. Now, let us repeat. What is first? Public relations is a social philosophy of management. Number two, public relations is a social philosophy expressed in policy decisions. Now, third important element is public relations is action resulting from sound policies. Here, the most important word is action. The third basic element of public relations is the action resulting from the administration of policies that reflect the social philosophy of management. Policy statement, even though they express the intent of management to serve the public interest, are not sufficient. To be meaningful, policies must be expressed in appropriate action. So, institutions judge by what they do, not by what they say in policy statements. Paul Garrett has expressed the conviction that public relations is the philosophy of doing things people like and doing them the way people like, and that the doing is more important than saying. So people judge a company by not what it says, but by what it does for the people. So good employee relations policy is expressed by providing regular employment at fair wages and a good working environment. Good consumer relations policy involves producing good products and reasonable prices with adequate service for consumers and contributing to the social, cultural, and economic welfare of the community in which the organization operates. So it is the most important part, because you have to act as you say. If there is a dichotomy between your policy and your action, people will distrust you. You cannot create goodwill in the minds of the people when you say one thing and do completely opposite of this. Management considers the public relation effect of a policy and the contribution of the policy to the community. Under an enlightened program, a corporation emerges in good works of many kinds. It supports worthy causes, contributes to local civic and welfare organizations, helps support education institutions, grants scholarships and fellowships to worthy students, and gives to community welfare funds, contributes to local hospitals and animal welfare institutions. So good community relations are not built on do-goodism, but they are achieved not simply by helping support good causes, but by assuming a role of leadership in community affairs. by helping create